Welcome along to the Scandinavium in Gothenburg, Sweden. Delighted to have you with us this afternoon for the final stage of competition in the World Figure Skating Championships. It's been a marvelous week and it promises to be a sensational afternoon. It's the conclusion of the men's event, the men's free, the top 24 skaters battling it out here in the men's free program. There were 46 skaters at the outset. The lineup here, we've got Rakimgaliev for Kazakhstan first to go, then Chengjiang Li for China, then for Slovakia, Macypura, Anton Kovalevsky for the Ukraine, then we've got Yasuharu Nanri for Japan, and last to go, Jamal Othman for Switzerland. All the medal contenders going in the final group, so make sure you can stay with us all afternoon. It's going to be a humdinger of an event. Chris Howarth alongside Nikki Slater. Thoughts, Nikki?
Well, already the arena is nearly full. We've had fantastic crowds throughout the week. If you've not seen the action, it's been tremendous. Great atmosphere, helping the skaters throughout it. The men's this afternoon, the first men's championship, world championship. Oh, hello. Are we on screen?
I'm in the wrong seat.
A few Swedish flags here. We'll be seeing those. Well, the first World Championships was in 1896, and Sweden, where we are, has done incredibly well, actually. They have 15 golds. And Ulrich Salchow, many people say I should say, in 1901 won his first gold medal, and he did between 1901 and 1911, 10 World Championship golds. Sweden overall won 15 gold medals.
Incredible, isn't it?
Then they ran out of steam a little bit after a while, and it's interesting. You can get the rundown of all the winners, and just below us is Dick Button, who in 1948 he won it for a 5-year period. So a load of heritage, load of people from the skating family here, and yeah, we'll see the coaches, the former champions, as the afternoon progresses as well.
Well, Sweden won't win any golds this afternoon, but they've won some hearts of skating fans. The two Swedish boys were sensational in the short program, and the crowd will get right behind them. So here we go, the men's free program. Medals decided this afternoon. The top 24 men in the world skating here in the Scandinavium in Gothenburg, Sweden. To get us underway, just 15 years of age, lying in 24th place, representing Kazakhstan. This is Abzal Rakimgaliev. And he's got a selection of music here by Raksim.
Triple Lutz double toe loop, one of 14 elements the men will put within their 4.5 minutes.
Well, it's a good start for him. Triple loop there. Oh, that was lovely. Triple toe out of nowhere.
Packing in the contact. Triple Salchow combination.
Well, 4 triples in the first minute and a half. That's not bad at all.
Shame, running out of steam, not enough elevation. Salko again, comfortable with that one.
Well done. Not easy to go out and start your very first World Championship, skating first of the afternoon. But he's done himself proud. A real learning experience for this young man. Remember, 15 years of age. He competed in the European Championships this year, where he finished in 13th place. And that was a great achievement from him. And to be here in the top 24 in the world, very, very good indeed. His first season competing senior internationals.
Well, he ran out of steam, didn't he? The most charitable thing you could say. The start was good, but then you can see what really does separate the men from the boys here. It is having the ability to maintain that drive, that focus, that power throughout the 4.5 minutes. The detail of the choreography too, not developed yet. But that first 1.5 minutes is packed with content quality in the jumps too.
There's the Lutz back outside edge. Did well on that. Little bit of a lean forwards on the landing. A double toe on the end. Sets up the Salko. Good elevation on that. You can see much, much straighter with the body. Gets double toe, double loop on the end. Not a great running edge coming out, and that's one of the things the judges will be looking for. Here's that Lutz that went down, I think. Yeah, he was just slow with the free leg. He'd done everything right, made the rotation. He'd got time to get out of that, and he'll be kicking himself when he watches that back over on the replay. Got to get the spins better, faster, better positions. Really, really work on that. As Nicky says, get the choreography going, and Kazakhstan have got themselves a bit of a skater there.
It's great potential from the start. If you'd like to get in touch with us this afternoon, we have a message board running, and it's great so many of you have contacted us from all over the world this week so far. But it is at www.eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. So that's eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. If you see the main menu bar there, you go along it, and at the end of it, it says more. Just click on that. Underneath, there's a winter sports section. Do another click, and there we are. Contact the commentators. We are right here ringside. We've got the laptop up, and we'd love to hear from you. Could you do short messages, please? Could you tell us where you come from? And I made a bit of a faux pas the other day. I put Tehran in Iraq, which wasn't that good. So I do apologize for that, and I do thank everybody for just pointing out that I need to get out more and get my geography lesson sorted out. It's just great.
Just got a shot there of the system the judges are using. Well, just to set the scene for the afternoon, of course, the medal contenders going in the final group. We've got 4 groups of 6 skaters this afternoon. If you didn't see the short program, the standings there, Jeffrey Buttle for Canada leading by about 1.5 points over Johnny Weir for the USA. And hot on his heels is Daisuke Takahashi, who skated a sensational short program but had 1 error in it. Then the European champion, Tomáš Verner, just behind him, 0.5 point separates them. And then it's Stéphane Lambiel and Brian Joubert, not too pleased with the way their performances have been judged. The second part of Stéphane's combination was downgraded, and Brian Joubert, he got a 1 point deduction for vocals at the beginning of his music. Now, bearing in mind that he's used that program in Skate Canada and the European Championships without getting a deduction, it all seems a bit bizarre to me, but more of that later on. Technical elements, 54.98 for Abzal and 44.36 the presentation score, and he can get that up, he can work at it. He's going to gain so much experience just watching what the other skaters do here. It's a new season's best. You see that 1 point deduction, that's for the fall on the triple Lutz. But he's soaking it up, it's good stuff. 149.92, that's the total score, the short and the free combined, and he now sets the standard. So from a relative newcomer, well, in fact, a newcomer, we go to a seasoned campaigner. He was 4th in the World Championships back in 2003. Didn't see him competing last year, but has struggled, there's no doubt about that, this season. 6th in the 4 continents he was, and he goes into this free program lying in 23rd place. That's no position for a skater of his caliber. It's Chengjiang Li for China. The music is from the soundtrack of the movie 7 Swords.
And we could be seeing our first quad of the afternoon. He's scheduled in to do a quad toe loop, triple toe loop, double toe loop combination. Let's see how he does.
Oh, that was a beauty. Fantastic start. Quad toe, triple toe.
Pulled the axle. Looking for a triple axle in combination there. Just not got the consistency, even though he can pull off the good big jumps. Doubling the Lutz. Crazy when you think he can pull off the quad. Going through the motions for the step sequence, but no speed in it. Makes it easier to do when you're skating slower. And it doesn't get the same level from the judges.
Oh, good man. At least he went for it. Triple axel.
Toe loop. Faster skating with more flow over the ice is what the judges are wanting to see as part of the component mark, the skating skills. And we're not seeing so much of that here by comparison to what we'll see with the men later on.
Oh, you can see that was tough towards the end. But it wasn't all bad. I mean, there were 5 triples and 1 quad included in that program that I counted. And although he had a problem with that second attempt at the triple axel, it will count. It'll get downgraded on the grade of execution, maybe -2, -3 because of the lack of control on the back outside edge after on their landing. But somebody needs to get inside his head and just give him that confidence.
I wonder if he's just been very ill, because the conditioning isn't there, the attack, the ice coverage. When you're looking at the second set of marks, we're looking at the skating skills being really important. There's 5 different areas of it: transitions, the linking footwork, and the movement. There wasn't a lot of that was done at speed. Very slow over the ice in places. The performance and execution of the program, the faster you go, the more power you have in it, the more it comes over to the audience. And I'm just surprised that he doesn't have more power, more speed, because he can do that. You know, he comes out and he does an amazing first element.
Yeah, but it's one thing, Nicky, being able to do one element and then stringing the whole lot together. It's a mental thing. And you could see once he'd made a mistake, he didn't have the conviction going into the jumps. There's a voice inside his head saying, hang on a minute, you know, we're not on song here. And then you start bottling out. And that's pretty much what happened. It's a mental game. It's a mind game.
You think? Okay, well, I can.
Well, we've seen it in his career.
You know this, and I just get that the skating as well. He's just not skating out. I can't understand that lack of, you know,
it's because there's all sorts of things going on in your brain. You're trying to get your timing back, your rhythm, your confidence, and your mind's.
There's no time for that. You've got to be getting on with it.
Absolutely, you've got to skate, and you've got to be well enough trained and well enough focused in your mind, because it is so difficult. You bear in mind, these guys are going up in the air in under a second, rotating 4 times. They're rotating at the speed of a helicopter blade. You can't think about that. That's got to be second nature. You just got to feel it. It comes from inside your body. And when you haven't got that confidence and you're not that focused, and you've had a season like he's had, 6 of 4 continents, mistakes there, and all through his career it's been like that. We haven't seen him like he was back in 2003, where he was just knocking on the door of a medal at World Championships. Won a bronze medal in the 4 continents. In fact, he won 4 continents back in 2001, the first Chinese skater ever to win an ISU Championships. Or certainly the men, anyway. So here we go. 125.73, his best this season, and he's not going to get anywhere near that. 101.76. enough to put him in the lead, 155.75. But really no score for a man of his caliber. He's much better than that, and he knows it. So inside the top 20, lying in 19th place. He was 33rd in the European Championships, didn't make it into the free, so looking better here in Sweden for the 22-year-old from Slovakia. This is Igor Macypura, and his music entitled Spring by Laureate. It's a tango selection.
Very good start. Triple axel, triple toe loop. Clean on the flip.
Well, this guy really does have a very, very good jumping technique. Just a slight touchdown with the hand on the triple axel.
And the loop, and competent in the jumps, but somehow he's not managing to reach out to the audience through the performance value and the choreographic content of the program.
That's a shame, doubling out on the Lutz. Any of the jumps performed now will have a 10% added to them, and it's all going horribly wrong. That should have been the flip. see he's down and out as he goes into this step sequence. It's very warm in the arena, and it's going to make it very tough for the guys. Oh, what a shame that was, because it was a really, really good effort at the beginning of the program. He looked like he was really over the skate, and then I think fatigue just set in at the halfway point. It was a real gamble because he'd left himself 3 big triples after the halfway point to get that extra 10%, the Lutz, the flip there, and it didn't come off for him. But the first couple of minutes, very good.
The content's good, but the presentation of the content, so lacking to me. You've done a very good element. There is a moment when you can sell it to the audience, and you need to tell them that was a good element. I'm confident here, and let the judges know and be putting it in their face. You'll see it with the other performers. We see it so much. The best to me have often been the Americans, but now many of the Europeans are caught up with it. The showmanship of the program, that just isn't there. So he's doing good elements, technically delivering them, but it's as flat as a pancake in terms of relating to the audience. And it could be so different if he could just lift that up. Maybe a music change would help.
No doubting his technical ability, though. Look how hard he had to work to get that triple toe on the end of the triple axel at the beginning. Big, big element. There he is, setting up the flip. No problem with that. That was his second jump. And Dalia Sappenfield, who coaches him.
And it is the two things together, isn't it? It's the technical and the presentation that go hand in hand, and that's what makes the champions. You have to be just excellent at both. You can't have one without the other.
Well, maybe that'll come. Let's hope so. Program choreographed by Ivan Dinev. Remember him?
And it comes a bit from the personality of the skater as well, them being confident enough in the elements, confident enough in the elephants. There's one. I'll put that. Oh dear, it's early yet.
I'm going to write that one down. I like it. He's got confident elephants.
Confident elephants. Hey.
Okay, marks for Igor. 59.74, 49 for presentation. Now you can see, listen to Nicky. Get those presentation marks up. But 108.74 the total score for Igor, and that will give him 169.93 into first place. That really is a lotted slot at the moment. So a bit of a change. Chengjiang Li moving up a place over Rakimgaliev. So we still have 3 skaters to go in this group, and here lying in 21st place is 13th in the European Championships, a guy who's been injured but finding his way back. This is Anton Kovalevsky of the Ukraine. Ukrainian national champion last year, and the music, we've heard it a few times this week, Beethoven's Last Night by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Flip, toe loop, they were triples, double loop on the end.
just doubling out on the axle.
Digging out the second part of the combination there. Triple Lutz, triple toe loop. Much better with the content and the upper body movement on the step sequence. And changing the emphasis of the program in line with the music. That very good too.
Well, he had to work hard on that one. Triple Lutz. We're into the last half of the program now. And there's the flip.
Straight line step sequence, driving those edges round. Oh! Catching on the turns. Skaters making it look difficult, but it can go wrong in an instant.
Goodness me, well that was the skate of his life, I think. Certainly in a World Championships. Competing in the Worlds for the third time, he was 16th in both the Europeans and the World Championships a couple of years ago. Just sensational. 9 triples I counted there. A couple of them triple combinations as well. Good stuff.
It was good, and he sold it too. 21st place at the moment?
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, if everybody above him is better than that, we'll be seeing some skating this afternoon. And he kept going. Great condition he's in. Packing in the content throughout the routine. It was a balanced performance. Good on the step sequence. A slight glitch on the straight line one, but he was working the edges on the circular step sequence, selling the program out. And in particular, I like the way the music worked, and it gave you the opportunity of really skating out and then having a little quieter moment, and he reflected that well. Very good skate. He'll be delighted with that.
He should be, because he's done nothing this season due to injury. Not sure what the injury was, but he didn't do Europeans, didn't do Nationals, no Grand Prix last season. So he's come here, really, first competition, the one and only competition of the season. Had a rocky short program, but that was a good skate. And you could see towards the end he was running on empty, wasn't he?
But he didn't pull out.
No,
didn't pull off.
He kept fighting. I love it. With that triple flip, triple toe at the beginning, the triple Lutz, managed to get a triple toe on the end of that as well. And then getting the Lutz, flip and Salchow in the second half of the program. There, that little stumble on the footwork towards the end, and the spins, the final two spins, a little bit messy and ragged, but there was nothing left in the tank at this point.
LRER, you've mailed us in to our message board. Is there any truth that Alexei Yagudin could be coming back? Well,
I don't think Yagudin will come back, but
we're talking about Plushenko.
Plushenko, reputedly, I heard it again today. Apparently, to one of the journalists here, he did an interview and he said 100, 1,000, 1,000,000% he will be back next year, and he wants to compete in Vancouver.
2010, of course, the Olympics, the big one for all the skaters. And if you've won the World Championships, where else would you want to go? So
here we go then. He's going to be leading, that's for sure. And let's hope he goes up a little bit, because it really was a good skate for him. 117.39. His score for the free skate. Overall, 178.13. And he goes shooting into the lead by 8.5 points. So all good news for Anton. So lying in 20th place, he's the Japanese bronze medalist this year, has been for the last couple of years. Had a bit of a problem in the short program, put his hand down on the triple Lutz, so he won't want any of that this afternoon. He's 22 years of age, and he is skating to music from the Carmen Suite. This is Yasuharu Nanri. It's a big moment for him. First World Championships. Competed in the four continents a couple of times. 12th last year, 7th the year before.
Oh, lovely start. The triple axel and the second part of that triple toe loop had a good flowing edge on the way out of it, got good height in it too. Quality combination.
This is an auspicious start. Triple flip. Now, sets up the loop. Oh! He got that all wrong. Top half of the body went too early.
Good flowing edge into the Lutz. Off balance on the way out. Triple axel on its own. Over-rotating on the Salchow. You can't repeat the same jump. That's why, unless it's done in combination, and then you can only do it twice. So that's why you see the difficult jumps done singly and then with another jump tagged on the end. So the same entry that he did into the triple Lutz going the opposite way on the rink, but he had to put the toe loop on the end to make it count.
Well, it was a program full of light and shade and ups and downs. Some very, very good elements and a couple of mistakes that he'll kick himself for. Tends to let the top half of the body go a little early. He's quite loose and a languid style, which doesn't help on the edge jumps. But pleasing to watch, Yasuharu Nanri. They say that he was quite fortunate to get his place here from the Japanese nationals. Third place, he skated out of his skin there and was a bit of a surprise.
And again, I was left feeling, you know, the charisma, the power, the showmanship on top of the technical content not there for me in that performance. And that's what is so evident rinkside, the degree of charisma and poise and the way that the top guys hold your attention throughout, even simple edges done with power. So he's going through the elements, he's doing them, and some good quality to them, but it's a different level we'll be seeing later on. Marianne, thank you for your mail in. It looks like you're not going to get much work done today. Well, you just relax and enjoy the skating. Any news on the marriage proposal last night? If you were with us last night, I think it was Brett. I'd forgotten about it, actually. We did a marriage proposal from him on air. Be good to know if that landed well. Because you say it's not good that we don't say how it all worked out in the end. Indeed, we're all left in the lurch. Come on, Brett, let us know.
Yeah, I'll be interested in that one.
We're only doing one marriage proposal per championship, right? So that's a new little guide we've got, I think, a policy. Well, we might do more. I mean, you know, we could change it. Back to the skating. I'm losing it, as ever.
What do you mean losing? You lost it a long time ago. I don't think you ever brought it with you, did you? You left it at home.
Trying to catch up with it. What is it?
Okay, marks coming up now for Yasuharu. 63-61 the technical score. Presentation 55-38. So got to work on that presentation. 118.99 will be his total. It's a new season's best for him, so that's all good news. And he goes into the lead ahead of Kovalevsky for the Ukraine. That's his allotted slot. There's not much in it, just about a half a point.
Putting him in first place. From Switzerland, Jamal Othman.
So here we go, the last skater in group number 1, representing Switzerland. There's lots of Swiss fans here, and they'll be just warming up their vocal cords in preparation to support Stéphane Lambiel, who goes in the final group. But at the moment, they focus on the man who was a bronze medalist in Swiss National Championships this year. He's been 3 times the runner-up. Got a bit of an injury, got problems with his left foot, and he can't do the triple toe loop, or certainly not in practice. So it'd be interesting to see whether he attempts it here. Had a problem with a flip in the short program, which had him down in 22nd place, but he's a beautiful skater. The music from the Gotan project. This is Jamal Othman. To start, looked like a double-footed landing on that, and had to put a turn in to maintain control. Oh, that's a shame. He got much too much length on that. That was an attempt at the triple loop. You can see he's lost his confidence now, just doubling out on the flip. Oh, good man! Triple flip, second attempt.
Wonderful support from the audience when something's not going right here.
And it's helped. A beautiful triple lutz. Toe loop and loop on the end.
Tall, elegant skater. And it's all coming together now.
Well, that looked tough to me. And what a difference 12 months can make. You're looking at a skater there that was 8th in the European Championships last year. Now, you have to ask yourself the question how big a part that injury to his left foot plays on the rest of the performance.
Because there were parts of that where there was nothing happening at all, really. And the jumps were not working and the skating was very basic. So you're losing out because there isn't the content there compared to some of the others. And yet the quality he can perform kicked in. Triple Lutz combination quite close to the end. Tall guy, good straight back. But you know, sometimes the shorter guys, lower center of gravity.
I know all about that.
That's why he was so amazing at this, you see. The lower, me too. When you've got a low center of gravity, then in the jumps it can be easier. And often we find in the men's figure skating that the guy's not that tall. There was a German guy from the past, I can't pull his name to mind, that really tall. Do you remember? Really tall.
Heiko Fischer.
Heiko Fischer.
Hey, that was good.
Yep, very good. Very good. And so when you're taller, you have to be completely upright in the air because the height makes a difference. If you're slightly offline, it's accentuated.
And what happens?
Then you oscillate.
Aye, great.
Your word of the week, oscillate.
Fantastic.
Mind you, you are the wazoo of the week. You have such knowledge. I think
The wazoo.
wazoo. And that other thing that you're a wink and a smile with Simon. Gosh, there's been some lovely little quotes we've had. Thank you for everybody that sent those in. Hanke, you just said that Tomáš Verner, he was a bit angry that we didn't mention him as being in contention for the European title. He said on television, she was watching an interview. So please don't mention him again today because that'll get him angry and he'll do even better. But yes, we're so impressed with him here.
Absolutely. So here we go, 50-85, the technical score, 56-42 for presentation. So the judges going with the transitions and everything. He's going to get a 1-point deduction for the fall. 106.27 his score. And where will that would put him in 4th place. So 4th it is for Jamal Othman, but I can imagine it's been a tough season for him. And let's hope he can get himself sorted out for 2009. So we've had one group in this men's free program, 3 more groups to go, and that's how they stand. Yasuharu Nanri for Japan leading ahead of Anton Kovalevsky for the Ukraine. The skaters for the next group on the ice. We're going to take a break. Stay with us.
Look ahead to...
Welcome back. And you just join us in time for the introduction of the new Swedish star, Adrian Schultheiss. And it is just an amazing atmosphere in this arena. It's a pleasure to be here. And that guy there contributed to one of the best men's short programs that I can remember. Yannick Ponsero for France. He'll be 2nd to go. He's lying in 16th place. So he's got some work to do. Ponsero, 12th in the Europeans. He was 14th in the World Championships last year. The Slovenian national champion on your screen now, 25-year-old Gregor Urbas. He's lying in 18th place. Never been outside the top 20 in the World Championships. The Italian, runner-up in Italian nationals this year. He was 15th in the Europeans a couple of months ago, 7th the year before. Karel Zelenka. Then for the USA, not been a great championship so far for them. 5th in 4 continents this year. He was 3rd the year before. Finished out of the medals in the US Nationals. 4th place he was there, and he comes here as substitute for Evan Lysacek, who got injured prior to the championships. That's Jeremy Abbott. And last to go, Sergei Voronov, 15th going into the free.
Whoa, the atmosphere in this place is rocking. Janet H, you say, I feel sorry for Simon having to go to the tennis. If you're just coming in and thinking who we're talking about, Simon Reed's the commentator, one of the lead commentators for Eurosport, and he always does the World Championships. I get to do the Europeans because he's in Australia doing the tennis, but this time he's at India Wells doing the tennis, so I get to be here alongside Chris. First time for me at Worlds for a long time, and I don't exactly feel sorry for Simon because I'm just so happy to be here. It's a great privilege. Big wave going around the arena with 9,000 people in it, loads of flags, and it really adds to the excitement. And when you're as a skater out there and the audience is like this, it lifts your performance, because everything you do, they will clap, they will cheer, and particularly if it's your home crowd, wow, that's fantastic.
There was a lovely story in the local Swedish paper this morning about Adrian Schultheiss. He said that before he went on for his short program yesterday, he was so terrified he wanted to get off the ice and go home. And his coach just held his hands and said, now listen, mate, just do what you've done every day in practice. Be calm, take it easy. And he is quite a laid-back sort of fella. So all credit to the coach and all credit to him for holding it together. And not that I can read Swedish, you understand. But
you can't read Swedish?
No, but I had breakfast with our Swedish colleagues. And very
you
nice
did indeed.
Too.
All female they were?
They were, and I had a lovely time.
All are, actually.
Yes.
They've been winding me up about baby names, though. I don't think that's good. You seem to be doing very well there. I mean, in terms of, you were entertaining them this morning at breakfast.
Breakfast.
Good.
Enjoyable.
Good. I sat with Ziggy.
So I was sort of building the team morale.
Good. That's good to see that you're doing that. Team Eurosport.
That's it. Flying the Eurosport flag this morning, I was.
How was Kevin van der Perren? Annick B wants to know. He's in ninth place at the moment. How's he doing?
How's he doing? He's doing okay. He didn't skate well in practice this morning. Really, really struggling with the quads, and to be honest, he had a bit of a strop on.
Get a bit of a strop on?
He did have a bit of a strop this morning.
I thought we'd get back to the skating instead of breakfast, just in case people wondered what was going on here. Are the skaters skating in a later group at a disadvantage and in danger of stumbling or falling because the ice surface has been pitted? Well, there's rules that say how many skaters go before we have a resurface, so that it's not too bad for them. And in the resurface, you probably don't see it, but the Zamboni goes round, but also you might see people on the ice. They go around with little buckets of ice and fill in the holes that are made by the toe jumps. So always trying to keep the surface in great condition for the skaters.
Yeah, the ice has been exceptional here all week, so a lot of the skaters saying how good the ice is. Yeah. Just listen to that. Stay calm, man. And remember this moment. So to start this second group, an almighty roar for Adrian Schultheiss, who was exceptional in the short program yesterday, and please, more of the same today. The music from the soundtrack of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Triple axel, double toe loop to start.
Oh, yes, no triple toe, but a cracker of a triple axel. Triple loops, toe loop on the end, and a loop for good measure.
Quality in the landings, lovely soft knee bend. Needs it in combination and puts it on the end. Triple axel, double toe loop. Oh, look, offline on the takeoff for the loop. I didn't think he was going to make it. Lovely on the looks. Straight as a die.
That was a performance of character, both in the short and in the long. Adrian Schultheiss, today in Gothenburg, your hometown, you've come of age at 19 years of age. Brilliant.
You've got to use it to your advantage. But so often it can really add so much to the pressure. It's one thing to be out there as just one of the competitors. It's another to be stuck up on the front stage with everybody cheering you on. That expectation level that you carry with you before the competition, on the day of it, all through the week. People saying, gosh, you know, in the streets and everywhere would be saying, come on, we hope you do well. And in parts of that, he didn't have the exuberance that we've seen him in the short program, but he controlled it and he maintained his focus. Some lovely elements. And even when some of the jumps didn't do well, he wasn't going to put the second foot down.
Just fantastic. That combination, triple lutz, triple toe, double toe. Brilliant.
And there's no doubt about it to me that that routine was helped by the crowd, because the makeup of the music gives you space. Catching the toe.
That was just a flip. He let the left shoulder go. He looked tired, actually, by that point, and you can forgive him for that. 8 triple jumps included in that program. And they're just sorting out the judges at the end.
I've wanted to do that in the past. Not anymore. You can work through it. Yes!
Oh, that's what it means.
That's what it's about.
Evgeny Lutkov, who coaches him in Gothenburg. He trains in Hacker as well, and Tallinn. What a magnificent effort. Well done, Adrian, and well done to the team behind you. It would have been so easy to go out there and just overdo it.
You could have bottled it, couldn't you? Absolutely could have bottled it, but he didn't.
Brilliant. Well, let's... Oh, yes, 70.08. Very, very good technical score. 57.86, 127. That's going to give him 0.94, way over his best. Great to see. He'll go shooting into the lead ahead of Yasuharu Nanri, who led from the first group. And there it is, a new season's best for Adrian. Very well done from all of us here at Eurosport. Thumbs up. We've got a shot of Kristoffer Berntsson, who's getting himself mentally prepared. He goes in the next group. In fact, he'll be first to go in the next group. And now we focus on the runner-up in French nationals. Didier Lucine just sends him off on his way. He's going to be skating to music from the Da Vinci Code soundtrack. Was 12th in the European Championships for the last couple of years, 14th in the Worlds last year, lying in 16th place here. It's Yannick Ponsero for France. Of energy going into that triple axel, couldn't control the landing. Ooh, that was dicey. Quad toe, hand down. Just wants to regain his composure now. He needs this. Oh, good man. A turn double toe. That was triple axel number 2. He's going to be bitterly disappointed with that. Shakes his head. He knows he can do better. Now, to me, it looked as though he was too pumped for it. He came out like a bull in a china shop, to be honest. Such a shame, because he is way, way better than that. And when the jumps aren't working for him, the finesse isn't there. So he needs to have those technical elements nailed for the program to really work for him. He's certainly a fighter. He didn't back off, and you've got to give him credit for that, but not the skate that he was looking for. Yannick Ponsero from France.
It's one of those times towards the end of it, you could see he was thinking, I'd really like to finish this now, but you've got to just dig deep and carry on.
It was a long 4.5 minutes for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, just briefly, for those of you that were tuned into us yesterday, we did a marriage proposal on air. We did it for Brett. And Brett says, well, thank you from yesterday, but we were out when you did the marriage proposal, having a romantic meal. So he thinks he's just going to have to learn to skate and win the gold to beat, he says, Vic Placento. It's Victor Plashenko. That was. And then ask her. Anyway, Andrea McCulley, if you are listening, he asked us to ask you to marry him. And if you're watching now and you just sat there on the couch next to him, hold hands. Brett is saying, will you marry me? Let us know whether you accept. That'd be great. Now we'll get back to the figure skating. Thank you.
Well, Didier Lucine's got a tough job there. He's got to get his man back. He skated well in the French Nationals to get second there. He's a skater that really suffers from nerves, and he's been working with a psychologist, and they've got to work hard so he can perform the sort of jumps that we see him do on the practice sessions. See that 1 point deduction there for the fall. In fact, I was wondering through the program, because Brian Joubert got a deduction for vocals during the music, and there were definitely vocals in there.
Vocals allowed in some parts of the competition, of course, like in the ice dance, in the free and the OD.
Well, he had a good short program. 18th going into this. Opened with a wonderful combination, triple toe loop, and we wish him well here. He's now 25 years of age, been competing at the Worlds and Europeans for many years, and he's never got inside the top 20 at the World Championships. Did well at the Europeans this year, 11th place. This is the Slovenian national champion for many years, Gregor Urbas. His music here from the soundtrack of Tristan and Isolde.
Good start. Triple looks, triple toe, double loop on the end.
Oh yes, pristine clean on the triple axel.
makes it look like a double. That was the Salchow. Double axel.
Well, that's a big element. Only managed a single toe on the end, but triple axel number 2 in the second half of the program. Well done. Gregor Urbas at his very, very best. Well, he took the gamble, going for the triple axel late on in the program. That second attempt there had to be in combination because the first one was on its own, so really, really putting the pressure on. Remember, any jumps performed in the second half get an extra 10%. So the program really constructed for this new system, but in this environment, in a stadium that is packed, I can tell you, looking round there, I can't see a spare seat anywhere. It's very difficult because it is warm in here. Good job, eh, Nicky?
Very good job indeed, right the way through the program. Difficult elements late on, showing what a great condition he's in. And he sold it well. Now, there's one point for me I always look at with the guys. The jump elements are so fantastic, but sometimes by comparison to the dancers, I mean, they're super straight body, excellent rotation. Because my background is a dancer, I just wonder whether they could, well, I know they could make more of the step sequences. Some of them do, but it's like, I can understand your focus is on the bigger elements. The step sequence are almost not as important, but they are today. And he could have done more in his step sequences on the circular one and the straight line. He is developing the edges, but nothing like what the dancers would do.
No, I'm with you on that. And spins as well. Could get a little more variety in the spins, but we've seen him over the years, and he's been competing at Europeans for goodness knows how many years, at least 8.
I think that's one of the best I've ever seen him skate.
Yeah, for sure. And he's starting to get some sort of maturity to his performance. There's a bit of polish to it now, isn't there? And so he could take it to the next level. It'd be great.
It would, and he's not surprised that he's landing them. He looks confident in that I can do this.
He is consistent.
I can do this, and when you've got that as a base to build on, it's a great place to be.
I saw him in Sofia a couple of years ago. and it was about 3 years ago now, and the consistency was incredible. Even in exhibitions, no warm-up, triple axels. Do them in his sleep.
It's what you need, isn't it? Then you can do it under pressure.
Well, these marks are good, and good enough to put him into second place behind Adrian Schultheiss. So he'll be moving up, there's no doubt about that. A good job, well done from Gregor Urbas for Slovenia. We're fans, we give him the thumbs up. So now to the man lying in 17th place, just 1 place ahead of Urbas. So he needs a good skate here. 7th in the European Championships a couple of years ago, but this year down in 15th place. So if he can put it together, he could do something here. This is 24-year-old Karel Zelenka for Italy. Music from the soundtrack of The Truman Show. Looking for the triple axel there, just doubling out. Beautiful elevation on that triple lutz, double toe on the end, and we had the triple flip, triple toe before that. So it's looking much better now. Here's the Salchow. The loop. That was gorgeous. Triple flip. Well, a very good effort after a shaky start. He's not been able to get that triple axel out, either in the short or in the long. But some very, very good triple jumps performed during that program. Overcooked the Lutz a little bit, but a beautiful triple flip right at the end. Well done, Karel Zelenka.
There's quite a lot of areas in that routine where the jumps weren't quite coming off, and it does take away from the overall flow of the routine. But he never gives up. You can't afford to, even if all the skaters train so that if something goes wrong, you just keep going. If the ice dancers have a little glitch or fall over, they have to start straight away, put it behind them, and that's all part of the championship, of course. If you are new to us, I know quite a lot of people in the UK who are watching Dancing on Ice and have started to tune into Eurosport for the first time. Welcome to you. And you're wondering about a little definition. We talk about the main elements, the jumps, again and again. Well, the 6 main ones. And in order of difficulty, it's the toe loop, then the salchow, and then the loop, the flip, the Lutz, and the axel. And all of the jumps, we say they're a double if they're twice round, a triple if they're 3 times round, quad if they're 4 times round, apart from the axel, which has an extra half turn, and that's why it's the most difficult. So 3 of those jumps you use your toe to take off with, and the others are off clean edges. Here's a toe jump. This is the flip. 3 times around in the air.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That's the sort of quality we're used to seeing from Karel. Very good indeed. Worked hard on the spins, trying to get the levels up. They've got to change position. Look, changing edge there. Got to do at least 2 rotations on that forward inside edge, and each position as well. 2 rotations to make it count.
One little bit of trivia for you. We talked about Ulrich Salchow winning the Worlds back in 1901. He invented the Salchow jump, and Axel Poulsen invented the axel.
And Mr. Rittberger invented the loop.
We could call it a Rittberger sometimes.
Well, they do in Europe.
People call it Rittberger?
It is called a Rittberger in Europe, yep.
Not a hamburger.
Not a hamburger, a Rittberger. Anyway, where are the marks for Karel? They're going to get him into 2nd place. New season's best for him, so very, very well done, Mr. Zelenka. There's confirmation of that. 2nd place, season's best. It's still Schultheiss for Sweden leading, Zelenka for Italy in 2nd. Two skaters to go in this group before the ice resurface. And here, coming into these World Championships as substitute for Evan Lysacek. Evan had an accident in practice a couple of weeks ago where the weld on the blade that he was skating on broke on the landing of a triple axel, and he fell and damaged his shoulder. So we wish him well, and a great opportunity for this young man. 4th in US Nationals, 5th in 4 continents this year. He lies 14th after the short program. This is 22-year-old Jeremy Abbott for the USA.
Going for the quad toe loop to start, 4 times round in the air.
And there it is, beautiful.
Good flow over the ice.
Sets up the axel. Took the free leg too high behind him as he stepped forwards on that left forward outside edge.
Not a lot of height on the flip, but made it count. Good running edge coming out.
the second attempt at the triple axel. Well, he's put some pressure on himself for this second half of the program because none of the jumps that he's done at the beginning have been in combination. Oh, well done.
He was listening to you. Good, clean positions in the spins, change of edge, maintaining the speed, and well centered.
Well, it's a gorgeous program, loads of drama in there, and a very, very well-balanced program too. Tom Segrecek, who coaches him in Colorado Springs, he's got a really good team of kids back there in the States, and Jeremy Abbott leading the way, but it won't be the performance he was looking for. Too many mistakes in there, not enough combinations, so that's going to affect him technically, there's no doubt about that. A couple of stumbles as well, so not the sort of performance he was looking for. But remember, he's not had the preparation time. He comes here as substitute for Evan Lysacek, so he would have thought his season was over.
Tell me about the jumps though, because for me they're not getting the height. He's offline on a lot of the takeoffs, and the spins are good, but I'm just not confident about the jumps. What do you see?
Well, sometimes it can just be an off day. The timing is so critical. You can see there, just about getting the weight over the skate going into it. It is a mind game as well. The pressure is intense. There, he just about makes 3.5 turns. Didn't have enough elevation on there to be able to get that left leg back. Left forward outside edge, drives the right leg through. It's important when you go into that you don't take the right leg up too far behind you as you step onto the left forward outside edge, because then the right leg gets away from you after the pendulum effect when you go through to the jump, and you can't get over it quick enough, so you lose rotational time, and that can happen when you overcook it. You come out and you're pumped up, the adrenaline's running through your body, and all of a sudden your timing changes.
And when it works, the guys are very tight, the girls too, tight in the air, lovely position, straight up. It's the up and down, isn't it? There's no lean on it at all. Very tight. Snap in.
That's right. The key is how quickly you get over that right foot. If you end up taking the right leg too far through and you're going for 3.5 turns or 4 turns, and you haven't got your left foot over your right foot by 6 inches off the ground, 4, 5, 6 inches off the ground, you're not going to make it.
Just talking about that, getting over the right foot and the left foot and everything. Best T says, hi Chris and Nikki, I noticed some of the skaters do their turns and spins in the opposite direction, clockwise. Is there a name for this, as in skateboarding? In skateboarding, apparently, they say regular and goofy.
Okay.
So goofy is when you're doing it the right way, the other way around. So majority of skaters take off the left foot, but
most of them rotate counterclockwise, anti-clockwise.
So who can you think of any right now that go the other way around?
Yeah, Johnny Weir.
Johnny Weir. So if we called him a goofy skater, would he get upset?
Yes.
Okay, we won't do that then.
No, you called him a lefty.
I call her lefty, but might still get upset.
No, that's what it is.
Okay. Jamie Ems just reminds us that Ireland have become members of the ISU in last January. So I hope to see us skating on some Irish skaters soon, or maybe even some Irish Americans. Now there's a thought. You can use your parents' nationality in order to skate for a different country. We see that happening quite a lot
I
in
tell
the
you what,
championships.
I can think of loads, actually, where I am in Chicago. There's a massive amount of people with Irish heritage there that could represent Ireland.
So the Irish championships could be quite interesting.
It could be very interesting. Anyway, let's focus on Jeremy's marks. Where are they going to put him? He's going to go into the lead with those marks, 131.65. His score, it's way below his season's best, 145.53, his personal best from the 4 continents this year, but he will lead ahead of Adrian Schultheiss at the halfway mark. We've still got 12 skaters to go. Well, in fact, we've got 13 skaters to go. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Skating 12th in this men's free program. Lying in 15th place after the short, the Russian national champion for the first time. He was junior champion last year, senior champion this year. Coached by Alexei Urmanov, the 1994 Olympic champion. This is Sergei Voronov. And a selection of tangos by Astor Piazzolla. That'll do. Quadruple toe loop. And it was a cracker.
Oh, lovely triple axel. Height in it.
Well, he could have changed the light bulbs while he was up there, couldn't he?
Super start on those elements. Triple flip right down below us, just offline in the air a little bit, but made it count with a lovely landing edge.
Oh, he's on fire. Triple axel, just double toe on the end, but the quality of the axle, just amazing.
Loop out of nowhere, and again that height. Triple toe loop, double toe loop. Good edge changes on the straight line step sequence.
That was amazing. Well, he skated exceptionally at the European Championships to finish in 4th place. And in the short yesterday, to be honest, by his standards, he had a bit of a nightmare. He couldn't stop the rotation on the triple axel, overcooked it a little bit, and then he doubled out on the loop, and that's what cost him. He lost 3.5 marks on that mistake on the loop, and that has him in this 15th place. Now, if that performance had been in the final group, he'd be contending for a medal here.
The height he gets in the jumps.
Incredible, isn't it? Just uncanny.
It's just... It's got so much time in the air. Up.
No.
Perfectly straight.
That's as good as it gets. Look at the control coming out of it. Here's the quad toe. Drop 3 turn on the way in. Tight as you like in the air. Left arm back a little bit too far. That's the only thing you can say about it.
He's soft on the landings too.
He is so controlled. So much upper body strength. Look at that. Just a little dip so he can get the momentum for the toe loop. He was looking for a triple toe and then thought better of it.
Didn't see the triple combinations in there. But we'll
no,
see
that
from
may
some
cost
of the other
him a
guys.
little bit. Yep, we will. We may even see some quad toe with triple toes on the end. But I've got to say, I watched the practice of the last couple of groups this morning, and there were a lot of errors. The pressure getting to people. Some of the skaters really struggling with the quad toe. Van der Perren had a bit of a bad practice. Tomáš Verner looked good. Lambiel struggled to get a quad salco landed, and he's been training the program with quad toe and quad sal, so he may want that. Lambiel, I didn't see him land a triple axel.
He doesn't like it, does he?
He doesn't like the triple axel. Buttle looked good, but he hasn't got the quad.
And when you've got
of course, to come.
When you've got a coach who knows about winning too, I always think it makes a difference. You know, Alexei's been at the top of the pile. He really does know. And he's taken him there. And the psychology of it, if something goes wrong, he's been through that himself. He can just work into it. Well done.
Certainly a good job done. He's going to move up at least 1 place with those marks. 144.67. That's going to put him at the top of the pile this afternoon. And he leads with 209.93. Not quite a personal best. He got 210 at the European Championships, but with the mistakes made on the short program, he'll take that total and run with it. Very, very well done, Mr. Voronov. What a great way to end the first half of this men's free program, and well done to Alexei Urmanov for preparing him and getting him through this free program.
Michelle had a quick question from the Netherlands. Nice to hear from you on our message board. Do you want to know if the clothes the skaters wear are custom made? Indeed they are, and they spend a lot of time, many of them, developing costumes to a theme, particularly in the ice dance part of the competition, but also in the other disciplines as well. You'll see that some of the skaters actually create an outfit that fits with the music, and I love that when it happens.
So that's how they stand. Voronov for Russia leading, Jeremy Abbott for the USA in second, Adrian Schultheiss, who's had a sensational championships, in third at the moment. We've got 12 skaters to go, and the medal contenders all going, we think, in the final group. Time for us to take a quick break while the ice is resurfaced, but we'll be back with a few packages for you in a moment or two. Welcome back to the Scandinavium here in Gothenburg. The ice being prepared for the final two groups here in the men's free program. Skaters in those two groups just warming up backstage. Stephen Carriere for the USA. That's the shot in the arena. The officials out there just filling up some of the holds that have been made by the earlier group. But we're going to look back to the ice dancing from last night, and what an event that was. Well, the ice dancing event concluded with an interesting free dance competition at a very high level. Isabelle Delobel, Olivier Schoenfelder of France claimed the gold medal and the title. Canadians Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer took silver with an inspirational performance, and Russia's Yana Koklova and Sergei Nowitzki captured the bronze. All three of the medalists you see there on the podium in a World Championships for the very first time. Well, Isabelle and Olivier delivered a beautiful performance in the free dance. The music was the piano. This team completed a rotational lift in a low position, some very interactive yet flowing footwork, and a serpentine lift. We asked them how they felt about their performance.
Ah, c'est vrai que c'est énorme quand on regarde derrière nous tout le chemin qu'on a parcouru.
They say it went very well.
On y a cru.
They always believed in their chances that maybe one day they'd arrive at the top of the podium. It's not been easy. Every day has been a struggle. We have no regrets about today. We're just going to savor every moment and celebrate it. Well, we asked them, it's really particular on ice dancing. We know that you have ups and downs. Was it difficult to go through all of that? And Isabelle says it's always better when you are awarded with your tremendous efforts. And it's true that in our career there's been difficulties, we've had some hard times, but it's always beautiful when you win a medal. Well, they were pushed every inch of the way by the Canadian team of Virtue and Moyer, and they gave an inspiring performance to the music of the Umbrellas of Cherbourg. It was a romantic program which they opened with excellent twizzles, followed by a curve rotational lift. The 2008 four-continent champions scored a new personal best of 105.26. This is what they had to say about the evening.
Well, we were confident in our programs and our skating coming in. We definitely wanted to be on the podium, and we're just really excited about our skates. We couldn't ask for a better week.
Scott, you won the free dance. When did you realize that you actually beat Delobel Schoenfelder in the free dance?
Well, you know, they had a great week, and what a solid week for them, and they deserve the gold medal. But we were very excited to get out there, and we thought our free dance was the best in the world, and it was nice to skate it. And we realized in the kiss and cry, it was probably the best moment of our skating career so far. So what a thrill!
It certainly was a thrill for us to watch it as well. Well, the bronze medal went to Koklova and Nowitzki. It was a dynamic performance tonight on a bald mountain, but it wasn't as clean as it could have been. The music they finished with in the Hall of the Mountain King was highlighted by their spectacular lifts and dance spins with many changes of position. The side-by-side midline footwork was smooth and right on the music, but Nowitzki briefly slipped during the circular step sequence. The couple were awarded level 4 for all of the elements except the 2 step sequences where they were graded a level 3. Well, they earned 99.29 points for the free dance, and together with the points they'd already accumulated, they ended up with 203.26. It really was an entertaining performance, but it looked a performance that was a bit of a struggle.
Rassurez-nous, Vancouver, c'est dans 2 ans.
We asked Olivier Schoenfelder, Vancouver's 2 years away, will he be competing in the Olympic Games? And he says, I'm sure of that question. Well, we're going to take some time to think about it. We will all sit down together, discuss it. These are important decisions. You can't decide something like that on a whim. We've had a great career until now. And will we continue? Well, we haven't decided yet. Well, we certainly hope that they do. They've contributed to some wonderful competitions, and that wasn't any more evident than the free dance last night. It really was a battle royal. They were second on the evening behind the Canadians, but they had enough points in the bank to win the gold medal at the end of the day. So well done to them. We're off for another short break. We've got more for you in a moment. Welcome back. That's the situation here. The ice has been resurfaced. We're just about ready to get underway with the final 2 groups of the men's free program. It's certainly going to be an exciting afternoon. That's the lineup for the penultimate group. Welcome back. It's going crazy in here on the ice. The first skater in the 3rd group, Kristoffer Berntsson from Sweden, and he's skating a blinder. Mistake there on the loop, but he's already done a couple of triple axels and a triple Lutz triple toe combination, and the crowd are loving it.
Keeping his concentration, building up the level on the spin, whilst 9,000 people are clapping away in the background.
Down on the flip, manages to get double toe on the end of it.
One young lady just swooned in the front row facing that.
I think 3 passed out, actually. That was a nasty tumble. Well done, double axel. The fall was on the Salchow.
Great music as a background for the straight line step sequence. Loads of energy, good edge work. But what a performer.
That wasn't what he was looking for, but they don't care. They love him anyway. This is his home city, Gothenburg. And he gave it his best shot. There are pictures of him everywhere. On the TV, posters everywhere. He's a real star. And the pressure, you can imagine, was intense. He held it together yesterday in the short program. A couple of mistakes there, but on the whole, he's done very, very well. He went into this free program lying in 10th place, which is an incredible achievement. Remember, 12 months ago, he had the performance of his life in the free, skating to that same music. Couldn't quite hold it together, finished 9th last year. Fear he's going to be outside the top 10 this year, but still a great, great character. Well done, Kristoffer.
Yeah, and the majority of the young ladies now trying to settle down for a moment after that. I think that was a moment that made an impression, probably lasting on many of them present. And just sometimes it doesn't come off, does it? But still, he could have done anything out there and the crowd would have gone crazy.
Yeah, they really do love him. That's the sort of quality of jumps we're looking for. Checks that left arm, triple toe on the end. Really, really good. And he does have a wonderful character, real charisma out there.
And so important in an arena like this to present up and out to the crowd. You can see when you get what we call the long shots, the wide shots, that is that you can see how high the banking is, and you get taught to present up and out. Lift your chin to face right up to the back row.
Yeah, and there's not a seat to be had, is there?
It's absolutely packed in here, right up to the top of the back.
Yeah, that mistake on the Salchow, that was a nasty fall. And he did well to get straight up and put in a double axel. Love the footwork, good use of the music.
And a good choice of music too. It really does reach the crowd. That makes such a difference when you're putting together the program in the first instance. What are you looking to achieve here? He is a performer, it does work well. Just everything's a little muted for him because he knows he hasn't delivered as he can.
Well, he does tend to suffer from nerves, and he did suffer from nerves at the European Championships, and you can forgive him for being nervous, can't you? Skating in front of 10,000 people nearly, he must be in here, at your home venue. So, where will they have him? It's not going to be great. It's going to be 4th place. 4th for Berntsson, and in fact he finishes behind his teammate Adrian Schultheiss, and if you didn't see him, he skated a blinder early on. He started the second group and didn't really make any mistakes, so just about half a point between those two, but out in front, Sergei Voronov with Jeremy Abbott in second at the moment. Well, on the ice, a real seasoned campaigner. He has been inside the top 10 at the World Championships a couple of times, was 7th in 2003, 10th last year, and he goes into this free lying in 12th place for Belarus. This is Sergei Davidov.
Just had our tea lady arrive, Susie Wynn, former American champion. Good start.
Excellent triple axel at the beginning of that combination. A long wind up into the second triple axel, but it was a cracker. Well, didn't really get enough elevation on that Lutz, but he was still able to get a couple of toe loops on the end, building the technical score all the time. Super butterfly into the back sit, changing edge, changing position. Should get level 3 for that. There's a super interpretation. The music from Jesus Christ Superstar, in case you're wondering. Real mistake, just doubled out on the flip. Back on track, triple loop, double toe. Well, that was a clever program, Mr. Davidov. That was definitely designed for this judging system. Really, really getting the technical marks up all the time, packing in those combinations. Difficult entry into the spins, butterfly into the flying back sit, the backspin first, all those little features, getting the levels up all the time. I enjoyed that.
I was distracted. because just after the start of that performance, Susie Wynn, who is, some of you may know, she won the American Ice Dance Championship with Joseph Chua twice. She was in the 1988 Olympics. Well, we saw her last night because she's here. She's an analyst for ESPN here, and she also does stuff for Fox and ABC. Lives in Chicago near Chris. And she came along, and yesterday she said she'd bring us tea in the break, because ESPN, they've got the catering down there just in front of us, and we get nothing. So she came up and was our tea lady. So that's fantastic. I had the best skate of my life with her in Chicago that day when I went over there a while ago. Oh, it was amazing. So I just remember that. So I was a little distracted, and that, you heard, was the kiss on my forehead. Great. Life is good. And Susie Wynn is your tea lady serving us here. Shall we get back to the men's now?
Right, I'm just going to grab hold of Nicky's feet and pull them back down onto the ground. He's about 16 feet in the air at the moment. So what did you think of Mr. Davidov? What were you watching?
I was a little distracted.
You were?
I was. I'll be back in the game in a minute. Okay. But I was sorting the tea out for us and doing all that. I mean, I'm working for you. Just trying to serve here.
Okay, while Nicky brews himself a cuppa.
It's you I'm working for. I'm getting your tea sorted and your biscuits and everything.
I'm fine.
Good.
So well done. It was a great skate. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I was into it, even if my mate wasn't. Remember, it's Voronov leading for Russia. Could that possibly be good enough to go into the lead? 65-36. 63-24. That's going to be tough. It's going to be third place overall for Davidov. And it's actually third on the afternoon and third overall. So still Voronov leading. Jeremy Abbott for the USA in second. Sergei Davidov for Belarus in third place. But it was a good skate. Well, who do you think that is? We could have a competition, couldn't we? It's Mr. Joubert. Okay, a deep breath. I'm going to take a deep breath as well, because I watched him practice this morning and he wasn't having it all his own way, that's for sure. He's a great guy, and if he can just put it together, he can skate sensationally. Skating with a hip injury, remember. He's having an operation when he gets back after Worlds, and he won't be able to come on the ice for, they say, at least 4 months. So quite major surgery. But we wish him well here. The jumping machine that is Kevin van der Perren.
The volume's not been that high on some of the routines this week. They've got over that problem.
Good start. Triple axel double toe. That's a confidence builder. Triple axel number 2.
Looking great so far.
big combination. Triple flip, triple toe, triple loop. Well done, Kevin.
Just about pulling out the sap curl. Love the way the music works. Love the choreography, the little touches that pick out the emphasis of different phases of the music.
He must be running on empty now. He's got half a minute to go. Come on, push it. Well done. Well, if you'd seen him this morning, this is a completely different guy. Vera van der Keve, what has she done to him in the last couple of hours? I don't know. Interestingly, didn't go for the quad toe. He couldn't do it in practice this morning. It was all over the place. But we know his forte is the triple combinations, and that big flip toe loop combination, that won't do him any harm at all. Very well done, Kevin.
I think you can light up Gothenburg with the energy in this building, and I think that's what helped him. The music works so well, capturing the crowd. It suits his style. The energy and the way it changes and it takes you through the routine is just wonderful. A constant presence, isn't it? Just lovely focus. There's power in it, audacity, and then the big elements.
There's almost an arrogance in there, isn't
it's
it?
great.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Super triple axels at the beginning. Love to see that 3 triple combination again. Here he is on the Lutz. Bit of a change of edge going into that, but we'll forgive him. And you just don't know how much pain he's in as well. Here it is, the flip. 3 turns on that. Keeps the momentum. That's the important thing. Toe loop. The speed's there. Triple loop on the end, as easy as you like. Massive, massive, massive.
And I was watching him on practice. He did triple toe, triple toe, triple toe, triple toe, and they're all the same,
Yeah,
like one after the other. Just, it was unbelievable.
The thing about it is he's able to keep the momentum. He gets length on the jump.
Yes, they don't slow down.
No, that's right.
It's like he could go on for days doing triple after triple.
Very good. Oh, man. Well, that's lit up the afternoon. And we're not in the final group yet. Remember, he's in 9th place. He's going to suffer because the footwork wasn't great and the spins were a bit slow, but still very good indeed. 78 the technical score, 67 the presentation score, so that's going to give him 145.78. And he's going to get a new season's best for that free skate, 2:16.02, and he goes shooting into the lead. That is a massive score for Kevin van der Perren. It's about, well, it's 12 points more than he's got in his life. On the ice now, lying in 7th place. He must be quivering after the performance that we've just had. The Canadian national champion, just 17 years of age. A rising star in Canada. First World Championships for him. And it's been good so far. This is Patrick Chan. Vivaldi's Four Seasons, the music. Last year, Patrick was runner-up in the Junior World Championships. So this is a completely different ball game.
Lovely flowing edge on the end of the triple axel.
Oh, gorgeous. Triple flip, triple toe. Love the soft knee bend.
Doubling the Lutz. Very little preparation time, that important, but just couldn't get the rotation, didn't feel confident. Circular step sequence. Snap changes in the spin, building up the levels.
Just great running edges coming out of these jumps. Triple sound, double toe. This is sensational. Well, a star is born. First time I've seen him, and I'm sure the first time a lot of you have seen him. He's the new Canadian champion, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of this guy. Remember the name, Patrick Chan.
Quality skating throughout, and the setup time for many of those major jump elements very slight indeed. Great in the spins, good on the step sequences. There's nothing missing.
Good on the step sequences. That last one was. Oh.
He's pushing round the edges
in every direction. Great changes of direction, movement. The turns were in there. That's one of the best bits of footwork I've seen at the end of 4 minutes. It was in the 4-minute mark there, so he'll have been starting to feel a little tired. You and I would be on our back with the legs in the air.
No, that would be you. I'd never do that, Chris.
Not a pretty sight. But no, that was very, very good. Remember, runner-up at the Junior Worlds last year. His first season at Senior International. Competed in the ISU Grand Prix events this year. Won in France. That's really where he made a name for himself. The Eric Bombard Trophy in Paris. Was bronze medalist in Skate America. And finished 5th in the Grand Prix finals.
The program came over as in terms of its presentation on a level throughout, so I didn't get the effect of what we'd call light and shade, the excitement and then the taking your foot off the pedal and letting you relax a little bit. It stayed the same level for me, so you're looking at something that's brilliant and picking tiny little holes, but if he went up another gear and he could get more excitement generated in certain parts, you give me that funny look again, and then the slow bits like Kevin got. That wasn't quite coming over, but it's a difference with the music, but the quality of what he's doing,
okay,
undoubtedly.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not sure I agree. I thought that he really rose the level on the footwork at the end there.
Yeah, it's the overall effect of the program coming over to me, though, and the audience here, so. Okay. The Canadian team must be delighted.
I'm sure they are. 3rd place at this stage for Patrick Chan. So, doubt he'll be moving up any, but it certainly was a good skate. A pat on the back from Nobuo Sato. He's been here a few times. Lying in 8th place. He's the Junior World Champion of a couple of years ago. And a pretty good short program. The runner-up in Japanese national championships. This is Takahiko Kozuka. A selection of Beatles songs here. Oh, that's a shame. He overstretched going at the second part of that combination. That was the triple that should have been triple toe on the end. Toe slipped away from him.
Lovely, holding the edge well on the end of the triple axel before the toe loop. And he gets a lot of speed over the ice. Light but good ice coverage.
Triple axel number 2.
Light, fast steps.
Just great on the loop there. We had the flip combination before that. Oh, what a shame, down on the Salchow. Well, you can tell by the reaction there at the end of the program, he's not thrilled with it. But this is a guy with real talent. We've seen the skaters out this afternoon that are jumping machines, technically brilliant. But this guy is the complete package. The spins are great, the footwork's beautiful. He's just 19 years of age. He has a very, very good basic skating knowledge and an understanding of how the skates work. Lovely soft knee bend. I'm a big, big fan. This guy's going to go far. Takahiko Kozuka.
And Scarlett, you asked us about explanation of the second mark, the presentation mark. Well, it's good to apply it really to him because skating skills are one of those. It's all about skating skills and then the transitions between elements, performance and execution, the choreography and the interpretation. So his skating skills, very good indeed. The transitions, well, most of those were fine. Here's the combination. Great. Thought it looked great and then popped it.
Well, in fact, he overstretched. You could see that left leg went back too far. He'd got no purchase as he put the toe in for the toe loop at the end, and it just slipped away from him. That's what he was looking for.
There's one specific part of the presentation which is about choreography and composition, looking at having an overall routine, a concept. I love to see that. This lifts up the routine for me. And it didn't really have that. It had the Beatles music. It was a medley of Beatles music, but he's 19, and I'm sure things will develop. Picking something for his unique style would be good. We saw Daisuke Takahashi in the short program doing something that was a standout moment in the short for him. Really funky. But so this was just quite gentle in relation to that. So you won't get so high a mark in the second part from the presentation mark against the judges on that choreography and composition section. Having said that, the judges do seem to link together the 5 parts of the second mark and just come up with an overall score.
Okay, with that program choreographed by Yuka Sato. Dad, the coach, Nobuo Sato. So here we go. Where will they have it? It's Van der Perren leading with 216.02. Voronov second, Chan in third. And Takahiko here is going to shake things up a little bit. Good marks. He's got 2 deductions there. 134.24. And that's good enough to put him into third place. It'll be third place for Takahiko. In behind Voronov, ahead of Patrick Chan. So all smiles down there. We've got one more skater in this group, and then the top 6 going head-to-head in the final group. So here we go, we've got one skater, the final skater in group number 3, lying in 11th place, the bronze medalist in the US National Championships. Here skating to Hollywood Nocturne, it's the 18-year-old from Boston, Massachusetts, Stephen Carriere. Strangest thing just happened to me there. Nikki handed me a bunch of flowers.
Somebody from Bergen in Norway has sent us some flowers. Thank you very much.
Very nice, thank you.
Champagne next will be good. Back in the room.
Good start. Triple axel double toe. Oh, yes. Very difficult with those 2 toe loops on the end of that combination. Great arm positions.
Yes.
He's on form this afternoon, isn't he?
In the flip, very close to the barrier again. I think he likes to feel the air pressure pushing him back to give him extra lift.
Well, that was fantastic. Triple axel number 2, second half of the program, remember, an extra 10%. Oh, what a shame, down on the Lutz. You can see he's quite a character, and he gave it his best shot. Some great spins in there. Footwork questionable to me. The technical content in there, but very enjoyable to watch. A couple of mistakes creeping in towards the end, but good jumping technique. Really enjoyed it. Stephen Carriere for the USA.
The music coming in on 4:40, just within the prescribed limits. 4:30, good 10 seconds either way. Was smack on the button. I enjoyed a lot of that. I love the music. I love the way that he was interpreting it, the skating, the jumps. I thought he could take it up a level within the jazzy feel of the music. And although it's a medley, it worked. The structure of it for me, helping into the circular step sequence at the end. And I like his style. You know, it's interesting to watch. For me, on the ice, he just holds my attention. Yeah, it's good. You're giving me that funny look again, and it must be because you've got tea from Susie today, and you've got flowers from Norway. I mean,
we're having quite an afternoon, aren't we?
With me, it's so exciting. You enjoy it, don't you? You love it. See, when Simon was here, you probably didn't get that.
No, actually, the last time we were in Scandinavia, somebody left a book on our chair with a marker.
How to commentate book.
No. It was all in. It was called. It was a thriller.
Good.
Written in Scandinavia. I don't know what language it was. Anyway, it was our own copy, signed by the author. It was called The Death Spiral, and there was a page about what the British Eurosport commentators were saying about one of the characters, Simon and Chris.
Ah, you're famous.
Yeah, but no. There, you see? Some people love us. Oh, I love that expression at the end. That was for you, Nikki.
Tony B was saying he remembers me from way back when, doing ice dancing, but what was your credentials? What was Chris Howarth's credentials? I asked Chris if he'd tell us his credentials, but
anything with sticky back plastic, I'm pretty good.
His credentials are that he was British men's champion. He did the Olympics, did the Worlds and the Europeans. He was national coach of the Netherlands, and now he's a coach in Chicago. He has... I don't know how to do an adjective around credentials without getting into trouble. Really.
Been around.
You've been around. Yes, I was going to say you had large credentials, but I just get myself.
Thank you for that.
I get myself in a problem. Whatever I said there.
God, dear me. That's the best compliment I've had all day.
Impressive. You've got impressive credentials.
Have I?
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Yes, there we are.
No one's ever said that to me before. Don't sit too close. So let's focus on these marks. It's going to be 5th place. Bit of a grimace. We've got 6 to go, remember, and they're all ahead of him. 5th it is. And he'd have been looking, if possible, to get inside the top 10, but it's not going to happen. There they are, the skaters for the next group, and it's going to be a humdinger. All the medal contenders there. And a look of concentration on the face of Takahashi. What must be going through their minds? A penny for their thoughts. That's how it stands going into the final group. Great news for Kevin van der Perren. He went into this in 9th. He's at least going to be 7th at worst. Voronov in 2nd. Kozuka for Japan in 3rd. Chan 4th. Carriere for the USA in 5th. And Abbott in 6th place. So the 2 Americans locked together there in 5th and 6th, as are the Swedish duo. What impressive performance they've both given us, although Kristoffer Berntsson wasn't quite at his best in the free this afternoon. That's the situation further down. The skaters for the final group on for their 6-minute warm-up. We're going to take a very quick commercial break, but you've got to stay with us. You wouldn't want to miss this for the world. Welcome back. Here we go then. The final group in the men's free skate at the World Figure Skating Championships here in Gothenburg, Sweden. They're the leader, Jeffrey Buttle for Canada. He'll be last to go. Just ahead of him, it will be the defending champion, Brian Joubert, but he finds himself down in 6th place going into this free. There's Johnny Weir on your screen. He's 2nd to go. Lying in 2nd place. Skated very, very well in the American National Championships. Watched that back home in Chicago. Very good it was. He finished actually exactly the same points as Evan Lysacek. But because Lysacek actually won the free, Weir ended up second in nationals. So to get us underway in this group, it'll be Tomáš Verner, then Weir, then Daisuke Takahashi, then it'll be Lambiel, Joubert and Buttle. We've got just about 2.5 minutes to go in the warm-up. Watched the practice this morning and I can tell you there were a lot of nerves out there. Perhaps not from this man though. He probably looked the most consistent and the most relaxed. Stéphane Lambiel, quad toe was working really well this morning. Triple axel not great, and that's the jump that he has the problem with. It's his nemesis. So he'll be glad to get that under his belt, and there it is again, same problem. But he's such a competitor, you can't rule him out, can you? Takahashi looking composed. He was struggling with the quad, really struggling, and it was difficult to watch them all, but I didn't see him land one quad toe this morning. That's not to say that it won't happen this afternoon though. Fantastic atmosphere. Tomáš Verner, he's first to go here, so he won't be able to use the last minute of the warm-up. We're into 1.5 minutes to go now. The European champion, he was 4th in the worlds last year, remember? Desperate for a medal at these World Championships, and he'll give it his best shot, you can bet your bottom dollar. Into the final minute now.
Expectant atmosphere. Some of you might have heard this before, but I haven't been at the Worlds for a few years. Simon Reed alongside Chris for Eurosport every year. So I get to do the Europeans, and to come and be rinkside at the World Championships, see the level of these competitors and get the atmosphere of it. It's fantastic. It is so much. Obviously, it's a higher, well, in some cases, it might not be higher than Europeans, but the overall depth of talent in the Worlds and the competition this week has been fantastic, and the performances. But the atmosphere here might have been quite cold outside. We had snow last night, but lovely and warm in here. And it has warmed up, and we've said it before, but does take some of the oxygen out of the air. There's 9,000 people breathing the air in here. Makes it a little drier for the skaters, so your conditioning needs to be very strong. But all these guys, well, for the majority, most of these guys will be able to cope with that. They'll have been here before, able to deal with it.
The warm-up over now. Ready to get underway. Mr. Weir just going through the preparation for his axle there.
Thank you for all your messages at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. We really appreciate hearing from you and your very kind comments and suggestions. We're sorry we couldn't get right in at the start of Kristoffer Berntsson's routine, but glad we got half of that for you. Just hope you enjoy the rest of the coverage as well. If you want to send us a message, do log on, and we'll try and get back to you when we have time.
Well, it couldn't be closer. I can tell you from 5th place to 1st is just a couple of points, a little bit over a couple of points. And 6th place, Brian Joubert, just a point further back. So anything can happen here, and it probably will. First to go in this final group, the European champion, representing the Czech Republic. A sensational short program he had, and he looked good this morning. This is Tomáš Verner, just 21 years of age. Remember last year, finished in 4th place. Could he possibly get on the podium here in Sweden? The music from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Judges wanted a program that has a purpose, an idea, a concept and a vision. He's got that within this program.
That's a big one. Quadruple toe loop, hand down, but he made the rotation. That's key. Oh, what a shame. All credit to him. Second attempt at the quadruple toe. Oh no, it's all going south. That should have been the triple lutz. Come on, Thomas.
Oh no. Pulled the triple axel. Come on.
Oh, he's such a fighter. There it is. Penny for your thoughts, mate. That was tough. Well, he kept trying and perhaps tried too hard.
Yeah, going for the two big elements with the quad at the start. But it just again and again wasn't working. And then you lose the conviction of the overall routine as well, and being able to sell it. And however much this crowd wants you to do well, they just can feel it, sense it. Well, they see it, but they sense it too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been anywhere where the crowd have been so supportive of a skater when things are going wrong.
Yes, yeah, it's lovely, but that was just, ouch. Yes, he's completely right. Don't want to watch that one back, because he can generate such excitement with it. The idea of the routine, so good, with the costuming, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, getting that theme running throughout gives you a platform on which to build the choreography and get that second presentation mark up.
Here's that quadruple toe, good elevation on it, and he'd done everything right there. Little bit tight in the right knee on the way out. If he'd gone down in the knee, it would have given him just that little bit longer to get the left leg back. Here he is again. Didn't quite make the rotation on that. Not sure if he'll get downgraded. That'll hurt him if he does. But to be honest with you, technically, there wasn't enough there to make any inroads in this final group. And even looking at what we've seen so far in the competition, Kevin van der Perren, who leads, remember, he's got that 216.02. There, the Salchow, left arm completely gone on that. The jump he can do in his sleep. But you know he's going to be back, and it's all a part of the learning process. He's still only 21. It's character building.
And all the champions know it. You have your ups, you have your downs. It's how you deal with them.
Michael Hook alongside, who will be so supportive. And that's all you can do.
Yep, some days it doesn't work.
Yep.
But I once talked to Kurt Browning just after the Olympics. He hadn't won the Olympics. He said, how are you? He said, fine, there's another one coming up. And I was
like a bus,
completely gobsmacked that he could deal with it in that way, not be knocked down by it and take it on board. Just the mental toughness that you need to compete at this level.
So where will he end up? Oh dear me, it's not good at all. 10th place. We've still got 5 to go, and he'd have to bet that all of those skaters are going to finish ahead of him, so it looks like it's going to be 15th for Thomas.
Skating on behalf of the United States,
So here we go. He's twice, in fact, he's 3 times been US national champion. Here, lying in 2nd place in the World Championships. Best finish for him was 4th back in 2005. Here skating to Love is War. This is 23-year-old Johnny Weir for the USA.
And I'm sure many of you watching on the internet in America put Molly B in London, special mention for you.
Double-footed on the quad toe, but he made the rotation. He's looking to put pressure on Jeffrey Buttle. He's only a 1.5 points behind. That'll do nicely. Triple axel.
Precise and beautiful.
sets up triple axel number 2. And there it is, in combination.
Triple Sarko. Superb extension on all the movements. Really selling everything. Good edges.
How did he get out of that? Triple loop. He really is fighting his way through this. Well done, Mr. Weir. Well, the Americans are desperate for something to really shout about at these World Championships. It's probably been one of the worst ever for them. No medals yet. Could that be good enough to put him on the podium? I think it may well be.
I'm not sure. I think it's where he's standing at the moment is that could get him there. That performance, I'm sure would know himself. He can do it better than that, sell it more than that. Beautiful to watch. The lovely arm movements, the extension right to the end of the fingertips. You know so much more about the technical on this than I do, Chris, but I'm not seeing the flow on the landing of many of the jumps that I've seen from some of the other skaters. I'm not seeing the quality in some of the elements that I've seen. And Kevin van der Perren's technical content, the amount that he did. No.
On the jumps, yeah, on the jumps, but not the spins and footwork. He's gonna.
Right. Okay.
This was way better. You've got there's 8 jump elements, remember, and granted, Kevin van der Perren was jumping superbly today.
The jumps were better to me.
Yeah, but the spins not as good. And you've got to remember as well that Johnny Weir is a lefty, he rotates the other way around, so you get a different feel. It's harder to actually feel the quality of the jump. There still is good quality in those elements.
It was the landing. Some of the landings were just pulled for me, but
okay.
No. But we look at his arm movements and the extension. Yeah, I just wonder, I love the flick of the hands and that, but I just sense there's a touch more that could come out of it, whether he just wasn't completely giving it as he could today. Because he is, to me, he's like a dancer out there on the ice, and the ability he's got to present that. It's the power of the more balletic style.
I think unless Joubert and Lambiel skate out of their skins, that will give them a medal. But we'll see. Remember, he's never been on the podium. 4th in 2005. And he gave it his best shot. Change of coach.
The little one? Yeah.
It's all very tight at the top.
Victor Petrenko, of course, sat alongside.
The technical score.
Now, technical 67.21. In fact, he leads, but it's not good news for him. 221.84. He doesn't lead on the afternoon. So first place for Johnny Weir at the moment. And he's breathing a sigh of relief for a good short program. Well, this guy was just sensational in the short. I loved it. A brilliant program, some wonderful choreography to a modern version of Swan Lake. He's got Romeo and Juliet lined up for us this afternoon, lying in 3rd place after the shorts. This is Daisuke Takahashi for Japan. Last year's silver medalist, remember. Runner-up in the Grand Prix final. What can he do here? He could do a quad toe. And he couldn't do that for love nor money this morning.
And going for a quad toe too.
Close. Triple axel.
Energy and sharpness in the circular step sequence. going for the triple axel. That would have had to have been in combination. Hand down. Excellent flip. Toe loop.
But he had to fight on that one. That was the loop. Timing was wrong going in, but he made his way through it.
Looks for the double toe on the end. There's no let up in this program, driving through it.
Well, he's like a little firecracker, isn't he? The power and speed across the ice, probably second to none. Great presentation, good body movement. He's the complete package. The spins, very, very difficult indeed. Love the way he uses the music, and he's got the jumps too.
And the footwork as well. And there was no taking the foot off the accelerator in that program. To me, I think that was better than Johnny Weir on today's performance. And they are so close together.
The key thing for Johnny Weir was that his quadruple toe was downgraded. If that hadn't been downgraded, he'd have been... Downgraded, yeah. I've got your teeth in. Picked the wrong ones up this morning. Yeah, if he'd got the marks for that, he'd be leading on the afternoon. But as it was downgraded, he finds himself in third place.
Wow. Wow.
One jump.
And I just love Daisuke. I love the way he's popping the jumps out of nowhere.
Let's watch this. Does he make it round? That's key. Yes, he does. And he won't get that one. So he's going to get a point off for the fall, and it's going to be downgraded as well.
There was the axle with the hand, there was the fall, but the flip and toe loop combination.
He should get that. Now the technical specialist going through the slow-mos just to make sure that all of the jumps are performed cleanly.
And he did one of the circular step sequences, well, one of the step sequences, which was the circular one early on in the program, putting a lot of energy and effort into it, really driving round on the edges. Worked well for me with the music.
Yeah, it's great the way he uses his whole body, doesn't he? It's not just the feet.
Absolutely. The amount of energy he must expend, and he just in superb condition.
A bit like you.
I'll laugh, okay?
So I've heard. Well, somebody's bringing you flowers.
Ah. Golly.
3 to go, remember. It's Weir leading, Van der Perren second, Voronov third. We've still got Lambiel, Joubert, and the leader, Buttle, to go.
Sarah J says Chris's CV should be he was the best panto dame in Bracknell.
Thanks for that.
Just to add that in.
How many panto dames are there in Bracknell? Not many.
None to compare with you, that's for sure.
So downgraded on that second quadruple toe, but apart from that, all looks good. 139.71, 1 point deduction for the fall, and that's going to put him, it's mighty close, but he's just behind Johnny Weir. Just behind Weir. Oh dear. Now, but it's not over. So there he is, that's our leader. But it could change here. If they have anything to do about it, it will. What can this man do? The triple axel will be key. He knows it. He's been in this situation before. Twice the world champion. Bronze medalist last year, silver medalist at the European Championships. But the winner of the Grand Prix finals, this is Stéphane Lambiel, and it is a magnificent program if he can nail it. It's a flamenco, and what a flamenco it is. Here's the axle. Just steps out of it. Down on the quad toe as well. Oh, it's not looking good. This is key. Go on! He's going to get downgraded on that. It wasn't rotated, pretty sure. today. Oh, dear me. He's such a masterful skater, but today was not the day for Stéphane Lambiel. For the past 3 years, he's finished on the podium at the World Championships. He's finished on the top of the podium twice. Bronze medalist last year, but that will definitely not get him a medal here.
We saw who he was in the last spin with a, for me, I can remember seeing routines where that last spin would just sum up the whole thing. He'd just be like that the way through, with more freedom, with more attack. Just taking your breath away with his skating, with the quality of it and the what this man can do. But so often through that routine, it wasn't to be.
No, the sparkle went. You could see him really focusing and working hard, trying to concentrate to get that rhythm back, to get the confidence back, to nail those difficult triple jumps. And all credit to him going for the quadruple toe after halfway in the program, trying to get that extra 10 point, but the gamble didn't pay off at all because it was definitely under-rotated. I'm sure we're going to see it in one of the slow-mos, and you'll see that the skate was more than a quarter of a turn under-rotated, and that means that you end up getting a -3 on the tariff of a triple.
It's one of those afternoons where the pressure seems to be telling.
It is intense, and it was intense on practice this morning. Nicky, if you'd have seen it, you wouldn't believe it. The number of times the guys were on the floor was amazing.
It means so much.
Mind games.
Sometimes that benefits the younger ones coming in, not been here before, haven't got so much to lose.
Well, what it does mean, of course, is that Johnny Weir will get a medal, but what colour will it be? So these marks here, 138.76. It'll be third at the moment for Stéphane Lambiel. Remember, we've still got 2 to go. The leader, Jeffrey Buttle, will be last to go. Oh, dear. So still leading, Johnny Weir for the USA. 221.84 the target. Can this man get there? Remember, he got 2-point deductions in the short program. 1 for the fall on the triple lutz and 1 for the vocals at the beginning of his program. The French Federation protested to the International Skating Union. The protest was rejected. If he loses by a point, there'll be one almighty uproar. Here we go, lying in 6th. 6th sounds bad, but it's 5 points behind Jeffrey Buttle. Just 3 points behind Johnny Weir going into this. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Focus, concentration, and the Joubert spirit are needed here. We wish him well. 23-year-old Brian Joubert for France. Really taking his time. The defending world champion. He won't give up without a fight. You can bet your bottom dollar of that. That's massive. Quadruple toe, and that one was out of the top draw. Scheduled to be the quadruple salto, tripled out.
Buttle. This is electric. And he's skating with the assurance and the confidence of a champion.
Took a long look at that. Triple flip, triple toe loop. First mistake. Goodness gracious me. Well, look, when the going get tough, the tough get going. Brian Joubert has answered. He's answered the ISU. I can do it, even if you take a point away from me. Could he have possibly done enough? Brilliant. Well done, Brian Joubert, the defending champion. And he skated like a champion.
He's the emperor of the ice out there. He went out with assurance, and he went out with power and strength, and there was no throwing down the gauntlet. It was just like, there's certainty in what I'm going to do here. Watch this, quality, superb elements, height and length in those jumps above anybody this afternoon, without question.
Yeah, you want my title, you fight me for it.
Yeah, and even it's not even that. This is my title. This is my title. The rest of you can just. That was the assurance that came over to me. Awesome.
Well, the thing is, if he'd stayed up on the Lutz yesterday in the short program, you'd have him nailed in, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
He'd be nailed in for the second world title. The reality of it is that he fell on the triple that's in the short program, goes into this in 6th place. It's going to end up close. He's going to be leading after this. It just depends what Buttle does. Buttle doesn't have the quad.
We say it again and again, the mind games, what it takes to be a champion when you're at this top level. You have to be not just physically strong, not just able to deliver the goods, but able to do it under pressure, to believe in yourself when everybody else around you is going, oh, I don't know, I did this, and maybe they can't, and maybe can't, and go out there and prove it with what you do. All the battles behind the scenes, all the injuries, all the times it doesn't work, counts for nothing. It's doing it now, and that's what he did.
Lovely shot. Well, very well done, Jean-Christophe Simon. And of course, Kurt Browning. Remember, Europeans was a nightmare for Brian. And between Europeans and the World Championships, Kurt Browning came over to him in Poitiers and spent some time with him. He said, we didn't work, we just played, we had fun. He said, it's great to have fun, and look at those marks, 74.11. The second mark's going to be important, and that's great, 79.36. I can't believe that's going to get beaten. He's way out in front of Johnny Weir, some 10 points nearly between Joubert and Weir. They've just seen it in the stadium. It's Joubert, Weir, Takahashi. One skater to go. So here we go then. Would you like to be in his shoes? I'm happy I'm up here and not down there, I can tell you. Lying in first place, Lee Barkel looks on. He must have a flutter or two going on in his stomach, I would imagine. Skating to the soundtrack of Ararat, the runner-up in Canadian Nationals this year, runner-up in 4 continents. He's been runner-up in the World Championships as well, 3 years ago. But he leads. Can he keep it? 25-year-old Jeffrey Buttle.
Triple axel, double toe, double loop.
Oh, that was good. Triple flip, triple toe. Triple axel number 2, that's key.
Triple Lutz, double toe loop. The loop. Soft flowing edge on the end of that jump, high quality. And the Socko, just pulling them all off.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's a bit of an upset, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. What an afternoon of men's figure skating. No quadruple. Did he need a quadruple? Not sure, don't think so. That's Jeffrey Buttle from Canada at his absolute best. He couldn't have given another ounce, could he?
He couldn't, and he's just delivering again and again and again. You take it for granted that the skating skills have to be there, the overall makeup of the routine, but gosh, he was just landing quality elements in the jumps again and again. I had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 perfectly executed triple jumps within that routine, making them look easy, effortless, running throughout it. If I had to pick between the two, I'd have Joubert. Joubert's performance to me excited me more. It had more power to it. It was more of a champion's performance than that one was. But Jeffrey just, well, he's leading already.
Yeah, don't forget, that's the key, isn't it?
And there's a gap there.
4.35 is his lead. So if my maths is right, Jeffrey needs 149.13 to win. So just bear that in mind. That, I think, is the target. I was trying to do it while all the commotion was going on, but I think that's what it is, 149.13.
And the spins were good. Got the snap into the different positions. You know, I had a thought this afternoon that perhaps this men's event, it might be a bit of a disaster, as again and again the guys, the nerves were getting to them, but these last two skaters in particular, we've had some others skating well before them, but gosh, Joubert and Buttle.
Yeah, really.
Whatever happens, they can't blame themselves in any way.
No.
You just do the best you can, and then it is up to the judges to separate them.
Absolutely. Well, it's a battle between Joubert and Buttle for the gold medal. No doubt about that. Well done, Jeffrey Buttle, for holding your nerve right to the end of the afternoon. There's Brian Joubert. He's done his job. All he can do is stand, watch, and wait. Johnny Weir will get a medal. Looks like it's going to be bronze. Here we go. What will it be? 149.13 on the free, I think, will win it. 84.29. No doubt about it. By a long, long way, Jeffrey Buttle is the new world champion. He hasn't seen it yet, and now he knows 163.07. I didn't need to do the maths. The world champion for Canada, Jeffrey Buttle, and they see it in the auditorium now. Buttle the gold, Joubert the silver, Johnny Weir the bronze.
And brilliant. He's done it overall, hasn't he, with the short program and the long. Complete performance throughout this championship.
Well, he won the free by 10 points.
Goodness me. Fantastic.
And it was all on the technical mark. In fact, on the program component score, he was behind Joubert. Technically, he was ahead.
So the big quad doesn't, you know, you can not have it, and you can, yeah, just as you have there.
It is a gamble. So there it is, confirmation. The world champion for Canada, Jeffrey Buttle. And what an afternoon he's contributed to. Brian Joubert, the silver, the defending champion. He gave it his best shot, but not today. And Johnny Weir, he'll be pleased with that bronze medal. A great battle there by Takahashi, and that the situation further down.
Well, we know that many of you have joined us for the first time this week. You've been sending us messages on the message board. Fantastic that so many new fans are coming to us at Eurosport and seeing this wonderful sport. But Kanga, your kids are mesmerised by the championships. They've never watched anything like this before, cannot tear themselves away. Neil and Meredith from Scotland, hope you enjoyed this afternoon as much as we did.
It has been magnificent. There, the 24 that have entertained us this afternoon. What an afternoon it's been. Hope you've enjoyed it. Well, Nikki, the last event, it hasn't let us down. It's been a great week. We've got the gala tomorrow. It's been fabulous, hasn't it?
I think the gala will be absolutely fantastic. I mean, the quality of the skating that we've seen has been great, but also the excitement. We've got entertainers here. In the ladies, I still remember Sarah Myers. In the men, it was Jeffrey's short, as well as Takahashi's funky short.
Fantastic. So I hope you can join us for the gala tomorrow, but from Sweden, from Nikki and me, goodbye.